Hello, my name is Deborah Inanna, and I'd like to welcome you to Gates of Inanna Ranch, which is the name of my company. I named my company after the Myth of Inanna, and I'd like to share a little bit of her story with you. Inanna was the queen of heaven, and under her rule, her kingdom thrived. Her sister, Ereshkigal, was the queen of the underworld. And one day, Inanna learned that Ereshkigal's husband had died, and she decided that she needed to go and see her sister. But Inanna's friend Ninshabar begged her not to go. She feared for her life. However, Inanna insisted that she needed to go and mourn with her sister, and she told Ninshabar, "If I don't return in 3 days, then send help." So Inanna put on her finest finery and headed down into the underworld alone. And on the way, she had to go through 7 gates. At each gate, the gatekeeper took a part of Inanna's identity. At the first gate, the gatekeeper stopped her and asked for her crown. And when Inanna asked him, "Why do you need to take my crown? I've just come for a visit," he said, "That's the way of the underworld, Inanna." So at each gate, they took another piece of Inanna's finery. They took her jewels, her belt, her staff, her cloak, so that when she arrived in the underworld, she was completely naked. She walked into her sister's court, which was cold and dark, and she announced to Ereshkigal that she had come to mourn with her. Ereshkigal turned and looked at her with skulls in her eyes and said to Inanna, "Inanna, the price of coming to the underworld is death." And she killed her sister and hung her on a meat hook to rot. Meanwhile, back up in heaven, Inanna's friend Ninshabar was so worried about her that she went for help. She went to the gods, and Enki, the god of wisdom, created 2 little demons out of the dirt from under his fingernails and sent them down to the underworld to rescue Inanna. They flew so fast that the gatekeepers didn't even see them. And when they arrived in the underworld, Ereshkigal was writhing in pain on the floor. The little demons went over to her and empathized with her and sat with her and helped her heal. And she felt so much better that she thanked them and offered to give them anything they wanted. And they said, "Well, actually, we just want the body of Inanna." So she gave them the body, and they took it back up to heaven with all of her belongings and revived her, and she lived to reign again. I chose this myth because I believe it's a perfect metaphor for the work that I do with my clients as a spiritual and intuitive coach. I hold the space for my clients to go down into their own underworld and face their shadow side of old stories, beliefs, and wounds that no longer serve them. When we do the work of confronting these shadows, they're transformed into gifts. When we shed the illusion and let go of all the parts of ourselves that we think are our identity, we come to our authentic self, and we heal, and we're able to return to life renewed. I believe my clients can find their own answers and that they can create the life that they desire. It's my job to hold the space in their process, which is quite a privilege. So I'd love to work with you. I hope you'll peruse my website, and please give me a call.